Hello everyone, I'm Grace. Welcome to my channel, The Blooming Lotus in Paramita. Today is the first upgrade of my YouTube channel. At the very beginning, I would like to give you a short notice about the content and intentions of making this YouTube channel. What I'm going to say here in this YouTube channel will be quite a lot about Buddhism, such as Mahayana sutras and mantras, cultivation methods, meditations, etc. Of course, I prepared some entertaining topics for you, like traveling around the world, living in North America, studying abroad, and immigrations. I believe that you'll like it. As a young modern female who was born in China, I used to believe nothing at all. In other words, I had no faith, which is very common in our generation. But now I'm groping on the path of Buddhism cultivation. I recite Mahayana sutras and mantras every day. I tried to traveling around the world to observe all beings, to learn from them, to cultivate my empathy. I also made my great vows in mountain Greater Kuta, where Buddha taught his Dharma for over decades. I've been practicing Buddha's Dharma for over 10 years. I'm so proud of it for the journey that I chose, and I'm also appreciate for it. What I believe is, if you are also interested in the Buddhism cultivation, we definitely have lots of things to talk here. So if you like my channel, please subscribe it. Then we can communicate here and make complementary benefits to each other. As the intention of starting this YouTube channel, first I want to say it's because we are ordinary people. These ordinary people relative to those people who attend the Buddhism school or became monks and nuns. We're just a lay person, right? So I believe what I deal with in my life could be very similar as your experience. That's making us have a lot in common. So I believe that my suggestions of cultivation could be very refreshing and useful. Second is, after I moved to Canada, I had talked to several friends who is interested in Buddhism cultivation here. I mean, those local friends. I asked them how they do their Buddhism cultivations. Basically, they told me to do sitting meditation, read meditation books, and someone from Asia told me that they go to temple to worship Buddha at those great festivals. I mean, those sounds not bad, but what I want to do is to show you something, some different and novelty way of cultivation, which will make you feel Buddhism Dharma is so lively and enjoyable. Talking about the Buddhism cultivation approaches, I found that so many people are obsessed with meditations, especially those people who do not have Buddhism culture background. They believe in Buddha. They can hear their voice from inside. They have longing for Buddha and Buddha's land. However, they just believe that the meditation is the main solution for everyone, no matter you are a 10 years old beginner or you have been already practiced for more than 10 years. Why? I guess that's because they read some meditation books which encouraged them to do. Those books also told people that some practicemen attained special level by following those approaches. I mean, that's reasonable, right? We are tend to find something security and familiar for us, especially when we are exploring a new field such as Buddhism cultivation. We would like to copy the successful experience from someone, especially someone we know. That make us feel safe and easy to reach. Just like one day your cousin told you that he made big money by starting a consultant firm, you probably think, well, I can do the same thing and I can also make big money, right? But what are we talking about here is Buddhism cultivations. It's something about our Dharma body and wisdom life. Can we just simply copy someone's experience? It is a question. As we all know, if we intend to get into something, we have to attract the source of it. Just like we want to know someone we never met before, we have to ask him or her, who are you? Where are you from? Right? The Buddhism Dharma is not an exceptional. We have been heard Buddha's Dharma before. Now it's time to ask, whom or what is the original source of Buddhism Dharma? The answer would be Buddha Shakyamuni. As he realized the truth of universe and attained the nirvana. Moreover, he taught people his Dharma for 49 years. So I believe the optimal lesson for Buddhism cultivation is go back to 2,500 years ago. Go to Buddha's age to see a young prince how to attain the nirvana, how to become Buddha. We can find our own path by following his steps. The reason I've stressed you to do so is, let's have a metaphor. Assuming that you are running a social media company, we offer two candidates as your mentor. The first one is Mark Zuckerberg, who is the founder of Facebook. The second one is our manager who is working on a small social media website. So, who will you choose? I think Mark Zuckerberg will be everyone's choice, right? So, as long as we can easily choose a right mentor for our business, why don't we do that in our Buddhism cultivation to choose Buddha, who is marvelous and unique in the universe? Of course, following Buddha's teaching is not a hypothesis. There are so many ways that we can choose, such as visiting 8 holy places related to Buddha Shakyamuni in India, experiencing the holy energy and the space-time from Buddha's age, abiding the precepts that laid down by Buddha himself, chanting and reciting the mantras and sutras that taught by Buddha personally. As far as I know, there are more than 4,200 sutras in Tripitaka. Most of them have English version. Diving deeply into the Tripitaka is the only way to gain the oceanic wisdom. Lastly, what I want to say here is my experiences and perceptions are pretty limited. I just provide you some different cultivation approaches which probably suit for you. Instead of watching someone or someone's book, I choose to experience Buddha's teaching and his energy by myself, instead of discussing those doctrine books with you. I would like to share you my stories of traveling around the world and those moments I felt so connected with Buddha. And no offense, I have to highly recommend you to recite Buddha's sutras and mantras rather than those meditation books, because Buddha taught us a tiny little bit difference between sutra and interpretations could mislead us to a big evil, which might be destroy your Dharma body and wisdom life. We don't have to take that risk, right? Anyway, I'm not the spokesman of Buddha. I'm not going to ask you to do something for me or for Buddha. I'm just your companion. I'm so glad to meet you here in this cultivation path. I want to find more and more companions, and I feel so delighted to help people to approach the real Dharma. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for your listening.